Hey guys, Jared here with a gamification video. Since we know all the DLC characters to be joining Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, we also know all of their final smashes, and as I'm sure you can tell by the title of this video, I am going to be going through all of their final smashes and ranking them on like how good they are, how cool they look, how effective they are, and yeah, just giving you guys my overall opinion. If this is your first time here, or maybe your second time or third time, I don't know, be sure to subscribe. I cannot tell you how much it helps the channel out, and yeah, and I always really appreciate it, obviously. So let's waste no more time and get on with the first DLC character, being Piranha Plant. Now this final smash is actually quite short, but one thing I do want to say just from the get-go is I love final smashes that interact with the stage. Obviously these types of final smashes are more effective on some stages than others, as like for example if you're on a huge stage like Palutena's Temple, then having a smash like this would not be overly effective, but if you're on a tiny map like Smashville, then oh my goodness, this is absolutely brilliant. But this is a really cool final smash, as Piranha Plant calls upon PC Piranha, who actually catches people in his two cages he's holding in each hand, leaf, maybe, I'm not really sure what you would call it. And yeah, he catches people in there, similar to how he does in Subspace in Brawl. I mean, he doesn't catch people, he already has Zelda and Peach in the cages, but it is a nice little callback to that, and it's a really cool looking final smash. It's just really interesting, and no one else has a final smash like this. So for that reason, I'm gonna actually put it straight in awesome. I know I seem to be like going straight there off the bat, but trust me, we've got quite a few DLC characters to go, and it's gonna get a lot more balanced. So the next character is Joker, and you know, I didn't know who Joker was or what Persona was back when he was announced, and I still don't really know who Joker is or what Persona is now currently. You know, I don't play the games, but this final smash is actually very cool, as every time you use it, it seems that you get different characters from the Persona 5 game getting involved in it. And the actual art style itself is really cool. Like, it's very cool. Even I can appreciate, as someone who has never played a Persona game, I can very much appreciate this. And like, even though it is kind of just a normal cutscene final smash that we've seen plenty of others do, it is really, really sick. I'm not sure, does it go in the same rank as Piranha Plant, or does it just fall shy? Oh, I don't know. That's really hard, because like, the final little like end card for Joker's final smash is really sick. I can appreciate that so much. Yeah, I'm going to put it in awesome, and we'll see how it goes. So next up is Hero, and once again, never played a Dragon Quest game, so maybe I can't fully appreciate this, but Heroes is very similar to Mega Man's, where he calls upon all the, with Mega Man, he calls upon all the previous alterations of Mega Man to join him in his final smash, and as a Mega Man fan, I can really appreciate this. And with this, I'm guessing he calls upon all the other heroes across the Dragon Quest games, which I guess if you're a Dragon Quest fan, that would be really awesome as well. Just the fact though, like, it is a cutscene animation, and even afterwards, all the character does is just go flying off. There's nothing really to it. Just for the fact that it changes depending on which of the alterations of Hero you're playing, and you know, if this was Mega Man, I would probably rate it maybe a bit higher. So for that reason, I'm gonna put it in decent, even though my knee-jerk reaction is to say put it in dull. I want to respect the series enough to be like, you know what, I'm sure that some people would appreciate that more than I do. Banjo-kazooie, now one of my favourite DLC characters to join Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, I've got to admit, doesn't have the most exciting final smash. It's just like a cutscene smash, and then they go flying off the screen. Like, it's really not much to it, and even before, when you get the Smash Ball and you try to catch someone, it's pretty easy to get someone with it. Yeah, you know, itself is not that interesting. I'm trying to think of reasons not to put it in Stinker, but I really can't. I'm so sorry, Banjo, you gotta go in Stinker. It's a bit of a boring final smash. Now, Terry's, the whole thing pretty much is just, it goes to a cutscene, and he just ends up punching someone, which would just be a stinker initially. But the build up to it is kind of interesting because he punches into the ground and then three flame sparks come up, which makes it a bit more interesting, and I think that does elevate it off the stinker category just into the dull category. So sorry, Terry. Now, Byleth is already in my bad books for being a rubbish character to be one of the DLC. It's just I haven't forgiven Byleth from my previous video. If you've watched it, then, well, if you haven't watched it, then be sure to go and watch it. So I would hope that they have a really good final smash, but honestly, they don't. This really is a stinker of a final smash. Like, what is it? Is that character, a 2D image of the character comes up behind him, and then he just whips the character, and then or whips up like a whirlwind, and then it goes and hits the character, and then he flies. It's a stinker. They're 2 for 2. Min. Now, Min is once again similar to Hero and Mega Man. Min calls upon all the characters in arms. Now, what makes this one a bit more boring though is that with Mega Man and Dragon's Quest, they're very prolific games. They've been around for a long time, they've got a huge fan base, and to see all those characters together is very, very cool as a long fan of either of those games. But with Min, ARMS doesn't really hit the same mark, like they've had one game that didn't do overly well, so seeing all the ARMS characters join force to use his final smash, it really just doesn't hit the same. So it's gonna go in the dull. I'm sorry. Now, Minecraft Steve, it's an alright final smash. I'll be frank. Like, it's very cool that they get the creepers involved. An iconic villain or bad guy, whatever you want to call it, in Minecraft. It is cool, but as someone who's played Minecraft, I can't help but feel they could have done something really cool with this. Like, they really could have pushed the boat out and been very creative. Like with the villagers' final smash, they literally have Timmy and Tommy and Tom Nook building a house, and then it blows up. It's really interesting. I think that's a brilliant way to sort of link into the actual game it comes from. So for Minecraft Steve to just have a sort of a cutscene where he pushes them into a house and it blows up with TNT, I mean, it is kind of a nice nod to Minecraft, but I don't know. I feel like if I didn't play Minecraft, I would be like, yeah, that's alright, but like as someone who has, I just feel like they could have done something way more creative. And since Minecraft Steve is such an interesting and creative character in Smash Bros as it is, I just kind of feel as if his final smash sort of falls a little bit flat. So unfortunately, I'm going to put it in dull. It's not quite a stinker by any means. I just want more. Now, Sephiroth's final smash pays homage to his final form in Final Fantasy VII, and as a Final Fantasy fan, this is very cool. This just is, and like, how it works is that if you have multiple people, if you catch multiple people within the final smash, afterwards it does different effects to them. Like, it can make some players dizzy, it can reverse people's controls, it can do all sorts, and I think that's such a creative way to do it. Like, he inflicts different stats defects onto the individual players, which would be very similar to what you would do within Final Fantasy VII. Like, it's very smart, and it's what I was saying was the issue with Steve, was that I don't think it pays enough tribute to his game, whilst Sephiroth's final smash does pay a lot of tribute to the game. It's a cutscene, but it does so much more than just a cutscene. It really, it's a bit of a gamble in a way. It's exciting to see what's going to happen to each player afterwards. And honestly, for that reason alone, it goes in awesome. Now, my knee-jerk reaction with Pyra and mythra was that their final smash was going to go into stinker, because the cutscene is pretty boring. You just go to this basic bland area, they say some line to each other, then they go and attack. but it's the after effects that actually make it somewhat more interesting, because it has a bigger effect on the stage, and it actually could affect surrounding players as well. And depending on who you are, Pyra or Mythra, will change sort of the way that will be affected, like whether or not it will be like a rain shower coming down from Mythra's, or like a flame burst going upwards from Pyra's. It's actually quite interesting, like depending on the stage you're on, like some would work better than others. So there's almost kind of layers to this final smash. Like if you get the smash ball as Pyra, you may think, by judging by your surroundings, that actually it will make sense to change over to Mythra right now and use the final smash, as there will be rain showers hitting down onto the players that, you know, could be more probable for a knockout. So for that reason, I'm going to put Pyra and Mythra's final smash in decent. Kazuya's is really weird. Like he for some reason turns into a demon, and I'm sure all you Tekken fans will tell me why he turns into a demon, but it's just very unexpected. As someone who's never played Tekken before, I'm like, what's going on? Why is this martial artist turning into a big purple demon and shooting 20 lasers? Okay, but regardless, as I said at the start of the video, I actually do like final smashes that do sort of incorporate into the stage itself. It's very interesting, and it does have a bigger impact onto like breaking things in the stage or hitting players who may be above, and yeah, it just does a bit more than just a boring cutscene. It doesn't last too long as a final smash, and it does seem to do all right. It's kind of similar to I'm not sure who uses it anymore, but I think Sheik now uses the final smash of the bow, where it catches one player and then it sort of initiates. That's kind of what triggers it, and then it does then have potential to hit other players. So for that reason, I'm gonna put it in decent. And now the final character to join Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, as we know, is Sora. And there is so much they could do with Sora, I feel like. There's a lot there, there's a lot to work with. I don't know. I feel like they went for a bit of a boring option. I want to like this. I love Sora. I'm so happy he's in the game. I can't tell you how excited I was to see him being introduced. But like, it's pretty boring, and it doesn't really make much sense either. He catches a player, throws them into a door, and then locks the door with his keyblade, and then the door blows up. Like, what? That makes no sense. Correct me if I'm wrong, but like, I mean, I'm not the biggest Kingdom Hearts like fan. I don't know all the deep lore, but I don't remember Sora locking doors and then them blowing up. Like, I guess him locking the door is homage to like the games, like, because he does do that, but just the door blowing up, it just seemed like they kind of ran out of ideas. If they were in the boardroom and they were like, okay, so they'll do his iconic door lock, and then what? Let's say the door blows up. Why? I don't know, because it's meant to be a final smash, you know. So, I don't know, for me it doesn't make any sense. I feel like there was a lot more they could have done with it, so unfortunately it's gonna have to go in stinker. But what do you guys think of my list? Do you agree with where I put these characters' final smashes, or do you disagree with where I put some of their final smashes? Be sure to let me know in the comment section below, and be sure to subscribe for all things Nintendo.